And we back.
Yes, sir.
We asked the question. What you gonna do under pressure, huh? Now, so Coach, go ahead and say what you were saying before we started the stream. Cause you, boy,
I don't care if it was a bad day. I don't care if it was a bad game. I don't care if we had nothing that goes on. There is never a bad time when we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers ass. Never. We play every 4 years, once every 4 years, and there's never a bad time because their fan base is just as big as ours, and it is never. Y'all, everybody gonna see a Pittsburgh Steelers fan tomorrow, and the only thing you can say is, we bust y'all ass.
Yes, indeed. And before we get down to this post-game stream, we do want to let everybody know that today's stream is brought to you by BetUS, one of the best places for you to bet on your knowledge. With BetUS, you will receive 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits with a maximum bonus up to $2,000, man. So, A.M.P, what did we do under pressure, big dog?
Man, under pressure, dog. I know we gave him a lot of flack early on in the game, but Mike McCarthy leveled that thing out, man. He got his act together. He might get the title for Big Mike back next week, but not this week. But what I will say is he wasn't a liar. He said you got to run it more, and we got over 30 carries. And he got to 30. He got to 30. Matter of fact, Baskin and Robbins, he gave us 31 flavors. I appreciate him for that because ultimately that is why you saw your offense have success late in the game, because he stayed true to the running game. He acted like a married man in the second half. The first half, he was being, as landlord would say, a little nefarious. You know, he was fresh. But that second half, boy, I don't know if he went over and got some of the smelling salt that the players use or what. But he got some sense and some act right in them. So, hey, I appreciate Mike McCarthy for not airing that bitch out in the second half. Let's go.
Let's go, man. See what you do under pressure.
Hey. Yeah. Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh. Yeah. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
All right. We're going to change the vibe up to what had us winning. We had this old smooth vibe when we start making this comeback, huh? So anyway, it was a tale of two halves. It was. In the first half, we was rightfully giving Mike McCarthy that business because he was way out of whack. He was. Now, in real time, we was holding him accountable. Coach Marv was, A.M.P was, because he clearly said that balance was the key to protecting your defense. That's exactly what he said, and he was not doing it in the first half. Yeah, right here.
Kevin Gray, 105 to the fan. 31 pass attempts, 30 rushing attempts, near perfect balance last night. When you look at the balance between the run and the pass game, how happy were you with that balance being struck? And is that something that continuously going forward it needs to happen for this offense to be able to be consistent?
Yeah, I mean, if you're just drawing up runs and passes, you know, I think, you know, with the execution we had last night, we'd be hard to beat because it definitely plays to plays our defense, because now our defense isn't on the field all day. They went up tempo. I think their mindset was.
Yeah. So Mike McCarthy clearly said that balance protects your D. And when he got back to balance in the second half, offense looked better, started to take control, really got behind Rico, allowed Rico to get in rhythm. Rico had his best game ever that I've ever seen. What's your thoughts on it, Coach?
You're right, boss. But let me see. You said that clip says that protects your D. It not only protects your D, it puts your offense in rhythm. It puts your offense in rhythm, and this is what we've been having a problem with all year of our offense being in rhythm. It gives us a flow. It gives you and I want people to stop talking about these running backs like we need to get another run. Only thing you need to do is you don't know if the running game is working.
That's right.
Right.
Just
you
use
don't
it.
know if a running game is working. You don't know if a running game is working in a game until you get past 10 carries, 10 to 12 carries. Because the first couple of carries might not work. You got to soften the defense up.
That's
you got
right.
to find out where we got to go. So you got to compete in a tight game like this. When we wore them down physically, that gave Dak a little bit more time to pass the ball and running the ball. When we ran the ball in that last possession, do y'all remember? It gave Dak time in that last play to search the whole field to get somebody because we took their legs away from them by being physical and running the ball. And we didn't make ourselves one-dimensional. And if we got all our defense back, if we got a great defense, running the ball doesn't protect it. It makes the defense even better when you can control the ball on the offense. It makes your defense even better. So I hope he got some trust today. And we did this with a backup offensive line of running the ball. So we could do this with our regular guys. So it sometimes it's
That's right. It don't make sense.
It's weird. It's weird because now he used a Bass and we have guys out there that wasn't frontline guys, but they like getting after each other, and it started to get clean on that run game because they got in a rhythm and started running. And I hope Mike sees that and said, "Hey man, let's build upon that." And Dak sees this too, and then he builds upon it because it was a good thing, man, real good thing.
I appreciate the fact that Mike got his act together. I mean, to Coach's point, in situations like that in the past, Mike has really had us out there fucking raw. Yeah, I said it. Because, see, Coach said something that triggered my mind. He said protect the D, and I said pause. I said pause. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we would call a condom. Something that protects the D. And what you saw in the third quarter and the fourth quarter was Mike protect the D. He strapped up. He practiced safe sex. See, to me, that's sexy. That throwing it around 50, 60 damn times a game, that ain't sexy. Running that ball and taking the will of your opponent is sexy to me. But what's even more sexier is what they used to say back on the real world back in the day. Safe sex is good sex. Good sex is safe sex. But if you have sex, use a latex. Protection.
Yeah.
Mike, you got to wrap it up, dog.
But see, is your sex really safe if you have sex first without the condom and then come to yourself and then put it on? It wasn't really safe, like like you gotta keep it on the whole time. Like that's the whole design.
You got
so you went raw. You taking straight risk in the first. He
Or
was
you done went down there, and had you a feed me Zeke, a Happy Meal moment, and then you put it on. You done exposed your whole mouth, and now I'm gonna protect myself. If
nah.
that ain't ass
Yeah.
backwards, I don't know what
I don't know if
is.
you really protected yourself, bro. Just real talk.
Yeah. He went meat to meat.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he went. Yeah, you came to your senses, but you going raw like you did the first time. It coulda, you coulda, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and you put your quarterback in a bad situation, man, and that could have been. But boss, you know something else that happened in this game that was really
Raw
good about
dog
him,
Mike.
Raw dog. Go ahead, coach. I'll be.
You know something else he found out. He found out he could depend on Tober. He found out he could
Yes.
depend on
Facts.
the other tight end. Not just saying that they're gonna be the number one, but now they got film on these guys. So now he got confidence to go to these guys. You got the only way you're gonna find out if guys can play and they can handle the pressure. You got to go to them in crucial situations to be able to find out that they can play. And I knew about Tober. I said this about Tober, and I was telling somebody about this Tober. Tober is doing just like he did in college. His first year in college, he wasn't that good. He always improves every year in his college, and he's doing the exact same thing now. He improved last year, and he's even better this year.
Good point.
So-
I'm so glad you brought him up.
Thank you,
Cause
Kyron
Mozzie
Brown.
did the same thing.
yeah, Mozzie too.
Mozzie did the same thing in college. Yeah, first year at Michigan wasn't that good. And then the next couple of years, he became a first-round draft pick. So there are guys that take a little time to get acclimated to a new situation, but they keep improving. And Tolbert has improved from last year, from the first year. Last year he improved, and he's much better right now.
Yeah. And see,
I love
he
it.
was one of my players to watch that I said he needed to show that he was that guy. With Cooks out, he was gonna have to step up and be the number 2. He had a better game than Cooks ever had. And he just getting going. That's good news.
Yeah.
Because I said in the
He's not gonna have a
pregame,
great game every day.
I said I would be insulted if I was him. Everybody talking about Flournoy like I'm not finna step into the number 2 role. They talked about Flournoy like he was getting ready. It's like, nah, man, I'm finna step into the number 2, and ain't nobody said my name this week. Yeah, and now guess what people gonna be talking about now though? They gonna be talking about Tobin now, coach.
Yeah. And
And
it's
good-
be some games that he's gonna listen. He's not gonna be some games he's gonna not. This is not gonna be a everything occurrence. CeeDee Lamb's gonna have a better. But and I didn't see the coverage all day, but if you just look the last play that he caught up at, they double CD, and when CD went somebody else, they double with 2 more people. So I mean, hey, CD's not gonna have a great game. But I just hope CD feels this way. If we win, all of us gonna get paid. I got my money. We gonna get paid, and that my time is gonna come when I gotta have the big games. His game gonna come when he gonna have big games more than enough. But you know some balls, we still ain't win a game under 20 points. But it's been a long time since maybe we played the Chargers that we won a game where we just scored 20 points. It's been over 7 years since we beat a team and we scored less than 20 points.
Yeah,
That is a very good accomplishment. On the road, in this type of territory, with this type of pressure, with this type of team, with this type of rivalry, to come away with that victory, playing sloppy, that tells us that that's a good victory. We know we're close to where we want to be, but that's a good victory, and it's gonna pay dividends in the race later on down the road.
Something I want to add right here. We talk about the adversity that we faced today. I'm glad the team rose to the occasion, but something else it tells me is that as much as we were giving him a hard time, Mike McCarthy still has this team. And the fact that he still has this team means we still have hope, because you are still going to get the most out of guys. Now, if he starts to lose them and they don't fight, and we start losing a lot of close games, it's going to start to slip. It's going to slide. But as long as we are
Well,
on this half of these gritty, tight, as you say, gangstered out type games, he gonna have them.
Well, let me echo something about that. You can lose a team if he used Rico in the run game this week, and he comes out against next week and forget about it totally. He can lose them. Because then they're going to say, oh, man, you ain't really believing us. There's a flash in the pan. See what I'm saying? You got to, once you show confidence in a guy, and a guy does well, you got to continue showing confidence in him, and then you'll build up confidence in your football team. I don't want to see him. See, that's the thing that we've been dealing with in the past. Remember, we always talked about we'll do something one game, and then the next game we won't see the same damn plays for damn 4 or 5 weeks, right? We building our identity here. So if this is how our identity is, and we clean it up, and we get a little bit better at it, and get some more points out of it, that's fine. This is where this is your identity, fine. It's gonna be better. This ain't gonna be a 20-point identity. We clean some things up. We could have scored 30 points today, easily.
Yeah. Yep. We should have blew this team out. We should have really beat this team by 2 touchdowns today, easily.
Yeah. We turned the ball over 2 times in the red zone.
Coach.
Damn, you're right.
What's that?
We got to keep the pressure up on Mike.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
we got to keep the pressure. And coach, it's a subtle war going on too. It's a subtle war going on. It's a lot of people that think you just talking. They think I'm just talking. They think A.M.P is just talking. When we're talking about the 30 attempts and the running the ball and the identity and the run on first down, it's actually not dumb. It's actually good. You can see it in the second half. You can see it. So we can't put pressure on Mike McCarthy the right way until we get the common sense out better in the community about how to truly be a balanced offense. Because a lot of people want that off-balance, pass-happy offense. You know, they want it. But then when it ain't working, they don't want it. And then they start blaming other things. But really, that's what y'all wanted. That's what you've been begging for.
Boss, that's called catching an STD from fucking Raw. That's what that is. You get burnt.
Yeah.
That's what happens to us.
Yeah, we
get
burnt.
horny and forget his moral and his protection. We get burnt every time.
Yeah.
That's the effects of Raw
the pass on the first down for our listeners. Listen. Me and Boss Cowboy, and we don't have, listen, if you want to throw the ball on first down, the best play to throw on the first down is a play action pass. We were butt naked last in play action passes in the NFL for the first 4 weeks. So if you're going to throw on first down, I'd rather see Dak under center, play action pass, and then he would get it. That gives some perception that it's first down, we're going to run, we're going to fool y'all, and we're going to pass the ball. But doing
not five wide.
Out, 5 wide, or just coming up there and just throwing a regular pass, you're not fooling nobody by that. You're telling them, I'm throwing the ball. So if we ran play action passes on first down, that means you ran the ball, and then you came back and you faked that run, and you threw it. Then I would say, okay, I understand where you're coming from, Mike. But to go 5 wide, they said, well, when you go 5 wide, they changed their defense into a pass defense. So that's why I don't understand with that. So if we ran play action passes and from under center, now when we run play action passes, now in the next game with us having this run success, you're going to start seeing it even better. There was a couple of plays in this game where T.J. Watt didn't even rush because he was trying to set the edge in the running the game because he thought we was running the ball. And that's what you want. You want the defensive ends to say, hey, instead of coming off with their pass rush move, we want them to try to think they setting the edge, and that gives Dak time to throw it. And now we'll start getting deeper passes because we're running. And I don't want us to forget about this. A.M.P talked about this all game. And I brought up in the first half, we didn't throw the ball in the middle field not one time.
Yep.
The second half, we dominated the middle of the field
Sure
in the
did.
passing game.
You said if we did that, we would what, Coach?
Win the game.
We'll win the game.
Damn. Man, yoga flames for Coach. God damn.
Dracarys.
Yoga fire.
And that's our key to all game, win in the middle of the field. And we win in the middle of the field, that's going to open it up for everybody. That makes the running game better too, because your linebackers got to get a better drop because you hurting them in the middle of the field. And that's how, you know, Mike McCarthy said something. I don't know if Boss got that clip, I think what the tight ends coach said, or I think when y'all did the interview with the tight ends, they talked about attacking the middle of the field. When he talked to the tight ends, they used to work with Mike McCarthy. That's how your big plays gonna come, doing the middle of the field. And if we start attacking the middle of the field, we're gonna get big plays.
I know we whooped Mike McCarthy and we was on his head real tough.
Let's be positive.
Nah, it's not even about being positive. It's just I want to recognize something that I don't think we would have had success with under previous regimes.
That damn flexibility. You know, we like our guys to be able to play more than one position. You know, we like that flexibility. You know, it helps us build our roster.
See, but this is the thing. Mike McCarthy was the one that was preaching cross training, having your guys able to play multiple positions, so that if anything happened, they could move in a moment. See, you couldn't do that with the former Cowboys, not like they did it today. You know, not where you couldn't do that. So that also did come from Mike McCarthy. He was getting pushback on that from Jerry and them too. He was getting pushback on that. So Mike McCarthy is the main reason why that worked. I just want to give him credit on that. But I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that heat on him too, man. Because see, you was way off balance in the first half. We can't have that at all. You know,
2-1.
Yeah, you was 2-1, and didn't I say he was gonna catch up?
Yep.
Because I saw him do it with the Giants.
Trending now.
I don't know. Let me,
that's his pattern.
Let's talk about that.
But he did end with his 30. And remember we were saying,
because I said
30 is the magic number.
And remember I said at half, we want target for less than 20 from your running backs. Remember?
Yeah.
We had 10 runs and only 8 went to the running backs. And I said we want pace for 16 from your running backs, 20 total. And we eclipsed that. He got the memo.
He got the memo. Either he got the memo or he went back to what he knew was smart in the first place, because it came from his own words.
Yeah. But I think we were right at the beginning of the game too.
Let's think about it, fellas. They came out that the last 2 possessions, the possession before that, they turned the ball over back through the interception, right? But they came out that possession running the ball, right? And then they went down the field and that interception came. Mike might have said that, but his players might have said, let's run the damn ball. Because the next possession, they did throw the ball, but they ran the ball a lot on that last drive.
Yeah.
Sometimes your players say, man, we feeling it, man. Hey, what we doing? Let's pound on these guys. We got it rolling now. We feeling good. That's what I said, Mike. This is where I need to find out. And I think B Bird put out there, said we got a lot of thermostats. We got a lot of thermometers.
No thermostats.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Well, y'all have heard me say this before, boss. I know you've heard me say this before when I said a head coach got to know the temperature of his team.
Yeah, always.
He got to know the temperature of his team. He got to know how much he could turn it. He got to know how much pressure he could turn up. He got to know how much he could turn that heat up on the team before they start breaking, right? And he got to know what puts them in rhythm when they get to rocking and rolling, and then everything you call start to work, right? When your team tell you they want to be physical, Mike, they're telling you that. Let them be physical, and you'll get your passes. You might not get 50, but you'll get quality. You'll get quality.
Yep.
Real quick.
Something else. That super chat. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, that super chat moved me into something I really wanted to get into in the first place, the defense. He said, I hate to say it, boss. The defense looked great without Micah and Tank. Yes, I said it. Better run fits. He said, better run fits when you do your damn job. Well, special acknowledgement for Zimmer. Because after the Saints and after the Ravens, people was calling him Mike Nolan 2 and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, man.
And he stood up flat-footed. And this is what he said.
I've seen a lot of defensive tackles.
John Machado with the Athletic. The defensive tackle position really hasn't been a big strength around here for a while. What gives you the confidence that you do have the right guys to get the job done?
Yeah, it will be. I mean, I've done this for 28 years in this league. I've seen a lot of defensive tackles. As long as they continue to do what we're asking them to do, they'll have success. They may not be the greatest pass rushers, but we've got other people to do that. But it's like the game last night. We didn't allow us to rush the passer because they didn't give us opportunities because we didn't get the run stop. So I just obviously have to make a better effort of it. I got to get more detailed in the things that I'm telling them. I got to make sure that we're working those specific details every single day, which we will.
The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Thanks.
So based on what you're saying, the time you spent around this team and watching them practice and their approach yesterday was an aberration from what you had seen up to this point?
I would say so.
The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
Say it.
Well, hey, I believe what Zim was saying there.
For real.
Comment what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I want to tell people this. It is easier to coach good players that are not stars. Because they listen to everything you saying, right? They ain't got, some of them ain't got to, they think, well, they know more than, and they above, sacrifice. Zimmer had a team out there now. If he told this guy to sacrifice himself to dive in that hole and you might not make the tackle, guess what they did? Dove in that hole and they had to worry about it. And I'm not saying that the other players are selfish, but what this is going to teach the other guys when they come back is that we don't need, it's not that we need everybody. Everybody's a part of this. We all eat. We all play. It's the sum of the parts. And it's not because we got one guy or two guys. And now we got Terrence Wheat that came off the bench and played defensive end and played it well. You had some other guys that played well. Mozzie is playing better. So now we're building a defense, and I think Zimmer understands that because the NFL is a little different than when Zimmer was there maybe 6, 7 years ago. You're gonna use your first 4 or 5 games to find out, guys. And he's saying we're in a work in progress. And what he was saying in that thing is we're gonna get better. And I'd rather you get better than regress.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
man.
the point I want to bring out. So look. Boss, you said it. About Mike doing what he needed to do. Being a married man. You called him out on his lies. And he made us liars. Because we said he wasn't going to do it. Now, the only thing I was right on is I said he was still going to throw it 40 times, but we got a lot of plays. So we got 42 pass plays, 31 run plays. But clap it up for Big Mike because this is the first time in a while Dak has thrown for over 300 and we rushed for over 100. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. I at least got to give him that. But like to Coach's point, I ain't gonna be too happy if we go back to the goofy. And to your point, boss, we got to keep the pressure on.
Got to keep the pressure up. Got to keep the conversation going.
Same thing with Zimmer. We got to keep it. We got to keep the conversation with Zimmer, and we just got to keep. We got to keep. I don't. You know something. I don't want to keep. You know something. And I don't want it to be negative, but I want us to put pressure on players to play better, and instead of trying to replace them. See what I'm saying? Because you can't replace them now because they ain't really nothing to replace them. So let's put pressure on and say, hey man, you got to play better. That ain't good enough. And like I said, Overshown and Mozzie took it. They took it to heart when people start calling them soft. And what they did, they stepped up their game to be tougher. That's what instead of us talking about, man, get rid of Tolbert, get somebody else. Tell him you got to play better, man. And what he did, he came out and played better. That's what because ain't too many you get. So certain players we got to start playing better. I will say this: I need to watch the film, but our center he got to play better because this was not a good game for him today.
Yeah, I gotta go take a look at the offensive line in general. Let me catch up to these super chats real quick and let's give our final words, man. We promised them we was gonna be short.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate y'all, man. The panel A.M.P, Coach Marv, it's late. They tired. I'm tired. And I think they did a great job today, just holding it down. I was very quiet today because listen, I'm on film.
And I told y'all from the jump we wasn't doing no damn post game.
And we still did it.
No, man. I want to say this, boss. Man, y'all should be out there getting these super chats. Y'all should be out there subscribing, sharing this stuff. Me and A.M.P are just going here and doing our thing about talking and giving our comments. But the orchestrator of this thing of setting up this and also giving the content and producing the show at the exact same time is Boss Cowboy. And he makes it easier for whatever we do because he has it all laid out for us to do what we need to do. And for him to be tired and still working and set up the stream and build a plane wise in the air, y'all should give him the credit. I don't know why he doesn't have 100,000 subscribers and he's giving the same god doggone stuff that we have with all these other guys, and he's probably giving it, and he's their friends. So
more meat and potatoes.
It don't cost nothing to be subscribed to him. So if you subscribe with any of his other friends that he hang out with, you should be over here as well because this is a quality show, and I do salute Boss for what he does and giving us this platform so we can talk.
Man, appreciate it. Nah, and I feel the same way with y'all. I really do. Like, it's not even just it's just the quality. That's the best way I can explain it. It's coach, what you bring with your analysis and your coaching experience and especially your analytical ability. That's where you go crazy. And then A.M.P, very entertaining, very fun, very passionate, and then very creative. It just the mix of it is dope. So let me just get to these super chats real quick. We're gonna give our final words, get up out of here. Just make sure I got all of them. Just want to respect everybody's money. He said, I don't know, but I gotta ask, was Jerry right when he said we have the guys here to win? Yeah.
You could. It's all gonna happen between the ears, man.
Yeah.
What are they gonna come together and get their mind right and do something that's the hardest thing they're gonna ever do in their life is to come together as a team and win the greatest team sport championship in sports. That's a hard thing, and they can do it. They got the talent, but it's gonna take they're gonna take their mental capacity together.
So let me just read these super chats. Rodney said, Tolbert, he redeemed himself. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And then more than redeemed himself. And then Q-Dot say, Boss, the Chris Collinsworth say Rico was fumbled on the goal line in practice. So why the F did they not give it to Zeke?
Oh no, I don't know, man. Mike McCarthy, man. We got to keep on him on that, man. Why we can't praise him too much.
That's right.
That's why we can't praise Mike Carter too much.
I said that during the game. I said, you can't compliment his ass.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
He don't handle success well.
Right.
He don't
let it go to your head. No.
He's just like his team, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let it get to your head. Do I still got that button up in here? I bet you I do. Yep. You know I do.
Don't let it go to your head, no.
That's it.
You should play that all week. You should play that all week by Mike Carter. Don't let that go to your head.
All right. So let me give my final words. Dope game. I think Coach Marv said it best. It was ugly though. But it don't even matter. When you playing Pitt, I don't care how you come out. It was ugly. But to come out with a dub in Pitt is good. I ain't tripping. Now, we got a lot to clean up. The penalties, the decision making on when to use Zeke, especially when it was 3rd and short and you gave it to Rico. Why y'all using Rico and Hunter Lukey on 3rd and 4th and short? Like what the? Like what was that? Like even the people that hate Zeke the most will say,
"What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?"
Like everybody go say he's good at short yardage. All of us said at the same time, "Oh, give it to Zeke and close it out." And y'all gave it to Rico for a fumble? All right. Listen, but we got the dub. We got the dub. That's what matter. Detroit is going to be another test. Zimmer.
Boss, you're so negative.
Zimmer, you got a good one coming in here in Detroit.
Ooh-wee.
That's going to be another test for you to stop the run. But you showed your chops today. You missing Sam. You missing Micah. You missing Tank. You missing Bland. And your defense is playing with a lot of heart.
Was missing Nealon.
Nealon. Man, you are down to the scraps. And you putting it together, big dog. So, shout out to Zimmer. He said that it was aberration on what happened versus the Saints. It looking like he telling the truth. So anyway, is it as good as it can be? No. Is it as bad as it can be? No. So either way, let's move forward. Let's continue to push for ideas to help us win. That's what we gonna do here. That's what we do all the time here with Coach Marv and A.M.P. It's always about ideas that's gonna help move us closer to 6. That's my final word.
All right, man. Hey, it's always great, man, to be Pittsburgh, man, because I work with a lot of Pittsburgh fans. Me and my friend, my long-term friends, they either most of them Pittsburgh fans or Cowboy fans, or so it's a battle. My phone was going off when they was winning, and now it's silent. I ain't heard a text message come in since we see that smoke. So it was silent. So it won't be no more texts, no Facebook posts. It's all gonna be quiet for a while. So, but I will say this, man. This is a great victory. Now, listen, I always said this. These 3 games right here with Pittsburgh first, then comes Detroit, and then we off a week, and then we play San Fran. I wanted to at least go 2-3, 2 out of 1, 2-1. Perfect would be 3-0. I was selling for 1-2 coming out of this, but getting better. So what we have to do now is get that second victory and get better. And I think by the time San Francisco come, we'll be a little bit more healthy. We'll have Bland back. We may have Michael Parsons back. So we'll be a little bit more healthy when we get there. But this game is going to be a tough one. But I don't care if we win by 1 point. And let's make sure that we praise our players, but we don't praise them too much. And we keep it going Boss don't have to play that thing that says, don't let it go to your head, yo. So that's what we want to do. And it's a good thing, man. So everybody can get to go to work tomorrow. I know landlord feel good because You know, I felt his pain the last time we lost. He said, man, I got to be able to put up with all this. So landlord, if you listening out there, man, you get to go to work tomorrow, man, you all right.
Don't let it go to your head, no.
Man, that's my final word, man. Thank y'all, man, for the platform, man.
All day, coach.
Y'all excuse me, I get emotional.
Petty. So petty.
You know what's the sweetest part about it? I've been having challenges in my job, right? Especially with my supervisor. He's a real dick, you know? And the sweetest part about this win is I get to rub this nasty ass towel in his face in the morning. Oh my God! DC4L! That's the show!
That's the show, man. We out, man.
Man, salute, fellas, man. Y'all have a great day tomorrow, man.
Hey, you too, coach. Y'all stay up, man. Today's chat is streamed and post-game analysis was brought to you by BetUS, where you'll receive 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125 on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Until then, we out.